What's going on, everybody? What's up? Hope everybody's having a good day today. Let's see who we got in the stream already. This is a much earlier stream than I usually do, so I appreciate all the support. Glad that some of you guys could make it. Today's Friday, got off a little bit soon, so I figured I'd take advantage of that and give some of you guys that live in other time zones than just US Eastern time a chance to catch the stream. So glad to see everybody. Don't forget, hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's try and get every person to hit that like button. What's up, Sadu? Yeah, no problem, man. What's up, Lori? How's it going? Chosen one, super early? Very early, yes. Stanka says, if what Upshod said is true, I feel bad for him. He'll receive a ton of hate regardless, so walking away from it all is probably the best. Such a shame. Don't YOLO money on new tokens, people. The not YOLOing money on tokens is the moral of the story, but there's still a lot to talk about for sure. Alexander, what's going on? And hello, Skydive. Cool. So glad we got a good handful of people in here. Got to take advantage of this red hot price action. Absolutely. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it by looking at the price action on Dogecoin here. We actually, oh yeah, music. Thank you. I always forget to turn it down. There we go. As you can see, we are in a scenario here where we're about to make some new lows. We bounced off 17.5, which was already kind of an awkward spot. A little bit of a double attempt here to make a move up, and now a strong pullback right back down to the 17.5 area. Probably indicates we're going to see a fall below 17.5, which will then start a new downtrend, continuation of it. If we just zoom out the slightest bit here, you can see we already broke below this 18-cent little level right here that we had hit before. And there's no real support under that. There's a potential slowdown point right here at about 17.15. But if it doesn't slow down there, there's room down to 17 flat or down further towards 16 cents flat. So keep an eye on 17, 15, 17, and then 16 cents. Previous low, 16.30. So let's move this box up a bit. 16.31 is exactly where. So from anywhere between 17.15 and 16.31 is where we can expect to see, if this does continue this little down move right here. If it does continue playing out bearishly, doesn't bounce right here and it heads back down to here and falls below, this is where it's most likely going to look for the next bounce. If it fails that area, we could see a major sell-off. Now, before we get into... What's going on, Ryan? Before we get into the Upshod debacle, I just wanted to show you, and we'll get back into this. This might be just a very short stream, and we have a normal one later on. I don't know. But this was primarily for Upshod situation and not so much to talk about like Bitcoin and Dogecoin the whole time. But what I wanted to show you is the difference in price action at this moment. Take a look at where Bitcoin is. Take a look at where Dogecoin is. Look at the difference in the pattern that's forming, and keep in mind this is on the same time frame. So we've got Bitcoin doing its own thing right here with this move up, and now it's looking to make a break up, where Dogecoin's doing a completely different pattern and looks more bearish. At the same time, if you just check on the price action day-to-day compared, Bitcoin, as you can see, is in the green. It's actually up 0.5, half of 1% today from open, whereas Dogecoin is down 5%. Now, to see if that's abnormal, the first thing you do is then just compare Dogecoin to other cryptocurrencies that are altcoins and see if the other altcoins are down 5%-ish as well, or at least red, or are they in the green with Bitcoin? So let's check Ethereum, second biggest, second largest market cap. That's a good place to start. And you can see Ethereum, though it's not doing as bad as Dogecoin, it is down compared to Bitcoin being up, and it's down about 1.5%. Now let's go ahead and check ADA. ADA's down 2%, so a little bit worse than Ethereum, but not as bad as Dogecoin. And then if we go to XRP, you can see XRP's down. That's actually not going to show me the XRP I want to see. All right, XRP I guess just isn't yet. Oh, there it is, right? It's down a bit. So altcoins are down. An easier way would have just been to check CoinMarketCap, to be honest. Let's just refresh here. You can see 24 hours, Bitcoin's 1.5% down, XRP's barely down, Cardano's down about 2%, Ethereum just went back up and is now about break even, where Dogecoin's down pretty hard, Polkadot's down hard, and Solana's down hard. But you can see Dogecoin's definitely taking it amongst the hardest here. What that usually indicates is some great concern in the crypto space, as people don't trust what Bitcoin's doing right now, and most people investing in altcoins right now are bearish overall. And so you'll see the stable guy, the market leader, usually doing the best, whereas you really get the social sentiment felt out with the altcoins there. So you can see that most people are thinking we're still going down. I will say we're having a bit of a reversal pattern here. I don't know how this will play out, but we'll see here on Bitcoin if this does this whole tight consolidation where it widens and then does a break up and continues. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, Dogecoin, regardless, is still doing pretty bad. So that's a bit concerning. My pay me in Doge is off. Yeah, so what I did, I feel like most people are watching on mobile, so they're not going to use the QR code anyway. So what I did instead, like it says, check description. I just put the wallet address in the description. So if you want to donate to me in Dogecoin, just copy the address link and paste it into your exchange. That's probably easier anyway. And that way the QR code won't be in the way of things when I switch tabs. Yeah, let's do a very brief Twitter check here. See if there's anything new going on. Do this when you feel angry, go exercise. When you feel envy, focus deeper. When you feel anxiety, be mindful. When you feel irritation, don't react. Go to bed, take a shower, write and self-reflect. Interesting. All right, let's make sure there's nothing going on with Doge, because we are down pretty hard. Make sure there's no bad news. Interesting. All right, usually if there's some bad news, we would have seen it already. It would usually pop right out at us. So I think we're fine. And this is just not a good day. Yeah. All right, there's nothing going on here from what I can see. Usually you'll see articles in the top section already by now, but just skimming through, Dogecoin is just not having a good day. But this is great dip buy opportunity, guys. Especially if Bitcoin fails, the 200 EMA here starts heading back down instead. You're going to see Dogecoin. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You're going to see Dogecoin heading right on down to like 16 to 17 cents flat. That's going to be a great dip buy opportunity. Mr. Clarkey says that Upshod is guilty until proven innocent. Well, here's what I want to do. I'm going to pause the music. And now that we've talked about Dogecoin and gave a quick update, the focus of the stream was not so much Dogecoin. And don't forget, hit that like button, guys. I do appreciate it. Let's try and get some more people in the stream before we really get into it. The thing about this Upshod situation is that there was conflicting information that was given, and he did eventually come out of the darkness. And thank you for those likes, guys. Appreciate that. I see those likes going up. He did come out of the darkness and give an update. So I actually was recording a video on this, and I recorded a couple takes because I didn't like the first two. And on my third take, that was the good one. Midway through, the uploader of the information from, because what happened was Upshod uploaded a video somewhere, I think it was on YouTube, where he gave an explanation. It was like a 20-minute long video, and then he deleted it. But some people had screen grabbed the video and uploaded it, and the one I was using for that video, they deleted the upload mid-video. So my video got ruined, so I just said instead what I'll do is just go live, and we can just talk about it in a live stream instead. All right, so what I'm going to do is watch another YouTuber's upload has the full video anyway, so this is actually a little bit better. And and by the way, thank you Staying Alpha, the channel, for uploading this. I'm not going to play his reactions, but I'm just going to skip through and actually play Upshod talking. All right, and so we can actually watch the video. Now, when it comes to the Upshod situation, for anybody that does not know, I'll give you a very quick run through of how we got here. All right. So Upshod, for those of you that don't know, maybe I'll just not show the screen that we're not looking at right now. So for those of you that don't know, Upshod was very similar to me and other channels like mine. Basically, in my opinion, there's two different types of channels in the cryptocurrency space. You have primarily the feel-good type channels. I consider those more on the Matt Wallace side or the Mike Davis side, and there's plenty of others too, where the goal isn't always so much to get everybody in a huddle and start breaking down all the charts and everything, but it's to go over a few pieces of information and just get an overall vibe check and basically keep everybody positive, right? Because we know what our end goal is, which is to get to the moon, and it's really to keep everybody in that mindset and really to, it's more of a feel good stream, give people information, but it's not so much about breaking down fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and really getting into like the weeds and doing a whole bunch of charting and stuff. That's usually not that content, and that's fine. It's just different type of content, right? Those are a little more hypey streams. Then you have the streams that are a little more calm, or way more calm, just depending on who the streamer is, but more focused, not so much on end goal, but the in-between. So what's going to happen today by end of day, or the next couple hours, what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen over the next couple weeks, and doing more of a fundamental analysis, checking into all different kinds of news, and also breaking down charts on different time frames using indicators and all kinds of stuff. Those are the two different types of streams you have. Now, the types of streams where it's more fundamental and technical analysis typically are smaller channels because the streams are less exciting, right? They're smaller channels, less exciting, less viewers. Not everybody just wants to sit down and watch boring technical analysis all the time. But usually the idea is that the people that are doing TA are usually like really trustworthy, genuine. That's just kind of the way it goes, right? Because they're not really doing anything you could say for views or whatnot. They're just helping people out. And I'm not saying the other channels that are in the other category are not genuine. I'm just saying sometimes it could be a little easier to trust the ones that are just showing you charts. For that reason, that didn't help in this situation. Upshod, as you can see, if I can just get a little snip of him here, he was also in the thumbnail, so I'm sure you already saw him. Like I said, he's another streamer like myself that covered Dogecoin primarily, but really talked about all cryptocurrency and just trading in general, helped people read the charts, figure out what's going on. He would do digging into news, share opinions, and he's like an older gentleman, gives off like an older uncle or potentially a grandfather vibe. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing my screen, huh? Older uncle or grandfather vibe. The way he would talk, super laid back, super calm guy, seemed genuine. You would never expect this kind of person to scam you. In fact, even in my video, I said he's one of those type of people where like he could be a complete stranger, invite you over for dinner at some local like diner or something. You probably would have no problem entering into this person's home. That's just the kind of vibe they gave off. Warm, genuine. Last thing you'd ever expect is for them to scam you. What ended up happening is somewhere along the way, a lot of his followers were saying, create a cryptocurrency. You should create a crypto. Just like some of you guys say, I should make a coin. His followers were saying he should make a coin. He ended up doing some research, doing a lot of digging, put together a team, and they made a cryptocurrency, and they made their own token called Upcoin. Upcoin is just Upshod's cryptocurrency. The point of it was to be similar to Dogecoin in a way, but not at all to compete with it. And it's almost impossible to even think that Upcoin would have competed with Doge just due to scale. Dogecoin's way too far along. You're gonna have to have a real serious project to really, really compete with Dogecoin, right? But this was like a for fun little currency coin that he made, where basically the goal was we're gonna buy in. Maybe one day the price will go up, but the goal of this coin is to use it to tip people like content creators. For example, if you wanted to donate to me You could send me cash, you could send me Doge, or you could tip me an Upcoin. And maybe one day Upcoin's worth 10 cents, 50 cents, a couple bucks, who knows? But it was really a for fun project. Because of that, you combine this for fun project with Dogecoin being stagnant, not very exciting, people looking for something to do, and then this genuine guy on YouTube that everyone trusts, and they're like, cool, why not throw a couple bucks in Upcoin, spread the word, and let's try and make this thing actually blow up for fun, just like we did with Doge. So that's where Upcoin was. Relatively new. I don't even know if it's been around for a full month yet. Now, the problem is Wednesday, which was just 2 days ago now, at some point Wednesday, I believe early morning, people woke up to see the Upcoin price action had gone from its trajectory over the course of like a month, all of a sudden back to basically zero. It was obvious that there was a rug pull, unfortunately. So everybody's panicking and they're wondering what in the world's going on. Let me actually get the chart up here because I don't remember what the price was. And just to let you guys put in perspective what happened. So as you can see, let's just go 7 days. So, you can see right here, this is pretty much the entire course of this coin. It started here at very similar to Shiba Inu price, right, with a bunch of zeros in front of it. But let's just say 6,000 units. It saw this run up of, let's see, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to actually taking an entire zero off. So this coin basically 10x'd at some point. And then at the peak here, you see the obvious rug pull. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros in front of the number. So, that's a major loss. That's a major loss. So if you had put in $100 here, you're at like $1 here. 2 zeros got taken off. All right. If you put in $10,000 here, you woke up with $10,000 here invested. You woke up to see $100 in your crypto account. Actual major rug pull over the course of literally, what is this? 2 hours is all it took. So people wake up and you could see it says at 22 o'clock. So this is going right into midnight. And people woke up, this is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They woke up to see that their coin was basically at $0 now. So that's the rug pull that ended up happening. And that's what everybody's talking about now. That's why we're streaming talking about this. Now, the problem is not so much that there was a rug pull, but the fact that it was Upshod's coin, right? So it was his coin. He created it. And obviously there's devs and other people that bought into it, but it's his project. So that's problem number one. Now you might be saying, well, what if it wasn't him? What if he wasn't the reason? What if the rug pull was really another whale that just caused the whole thing and it wasn't really him? Here's the other thing. He went dark on all media. He deleted his YouTube channel. And by that, I mean deleted all of the videos on his channel, every single one of the videos, even changed the channel name and the banner. And as you can see, this was his channel, and it says this channel has no videos. This is Upshod's channel now. He did admit that he did this, by the way, in the video we're about to watch. You can also see a lot of people have been unsubscribing. Consider me one, because this is not cool by any means. Also, on his Twitter account, he went ahead and deleted his Twitter account as well. Now, he gives an excuse in the video that we're about to watch on what happened to the Twitter account. I'm not sure I'm buying any excuses right now. Let's just say YouTube video, all videos deleted, went dark on all media, including Twitter and everything else, and no statement was given. Just completely gone. And it looked like he just took the money and ran. So here's what ended up happening. Someone ended up saying that they were able to get in contact via Instagram, I think, with Upshod, and he made the claim that he had been compromised. His computer had been compromised. My argument with that was, if someone compromises your computer, let's just say, because the only way someone could have done this large scale is not just hacking an account, right? It's not getting your Gmail password or something like that. Or, they would have had to like physically been able to remote in and take over your computer to do all the damage they did. They went into his YouTube account, changed his banner, changed his profile photo, deleted all his content, figured out how to get into his Twitter account, deleted everything there and deleted the account, figured out how to break into his crypto accounts, take his crypto, and then sell all of his Upcoin, right, on his cryptocurrency, sell all of it from all sources, and then export it to an external wallet, and then still remain in control of his computer to where he has no method of communicating with the public and letting them know what's going on. Does that sound realistic? No. How much time would that really take in effort? Well, it would probably take longer than it would take for him to figure out what's going on and shut his computer off or cut off his internet or something so that they can't keep doing stuff on his PC. So that just didn't make sense to me, didn't add up. And if they're here for the money to attack this guy, why would they not just take the money and leave? Like, cash out the Upcoin. Why sabotage his YouTube channel and his Twitter and all kinds of communicating? It doesn't really make sense unless someone absolutely hated his guts. Okay? So there's that. And then what ended up happening after that, after everybody was like, all right, well, he said he got compromised, then some of the other YouTube content creators like Steven Steele, some of the other smaller channels that are in the Dogecoin space, along with Upshod, leaked some messages from Upshod here, where Upshod basically said, whales are selling, sell now. So that just completely threw the other argument of he had been compromised in the trash, because was he compromised, or was he already informed and now he's telling everybody to cash out now because the price is going to tank and he's one of those people cashing out on his own. So that kind of trumped the previous argument. And those seem to be from legitimate sources, right? These guys didn't want any part of it. They shared the DMs from Upshod to them. So that was the latest. Then Upshod comes back out of nowhere and creates this video, this little explanation video that we're about to watch now, and explains what ended up happening. But then he deleted that video from his channel or wherever he uploaded it. Thankfully, some people were able to screen grab it. I, unfortunately, it's not just on YouTube. I have to watch other people's videos that had got the grab before it went away. So what we're going to do is kind of skim through this video. This is obviously him. This is his channel, Staying Alpha. Thanks again let's just give him a like for helping us out here. But we'll skip through the reaction so that we can react, and we'll just watch what Upshod had to say for himself. Keep in mind, I've already watched a lot of this, and what I want to do is show you guys and talk about it with you. And my overall vibe that I've gotten from Upshod was that though he probably felt like he was in a bit of a tough scenario, one, doesn't seem like he's remorseful, even though he tries to act that way at some point. Two, he really doesn't apologize very much and tries to shift blame and almost play the victim a lot. And then three, if you just look at some of his facial expressions as we go through this, if you're trying to analyze someone's facial expressions and really see if they're genuine, and sometimes it looks like I can see an underlying smirk, which makes it seem like he's trying to be genuine, but at the same time, deep down, he's kind of smiling about the whole thing, and that just makes it seem like it was intentional, and this is just a cover-up so that he doesn't get, one, too much backlash, and two, have to deal with public threats as he continues through the rest of his life. Now, keep in mind, Upshod is done. He did say in this video that, and you're going to see, he's not coming back. He's done with YouTube. He's done with Twitter. That makes it seem even more bizarre, all right? But let's go ahead and let's just roll right into this. Let me make sure the volume's up for y'all. Let me know if you need me to crank it up a little higher, and let's just hit play.
Plain no type of background. If you look at the top right, it looks like it's a window. On the bottom, on the lower right,
all right, let's
that looks
skip
like
to
an AC wall unit. If you know how to do this live, I think this is all about the whole.
Let's get to when he's talking here. Here we go.
I'm making this video because Zook reached out to me, made the extra effort to get my side of the story of what was going on. Zook relayed information that I gave to him.
Maybe I'll do
this. And a lot of you didn't believe it. So Zook was taking some heat. Not fair to him. He's a good and honest man. So he asked if I would make this video.
So here what he's saying is that it was actual screenshot released from him.
Okay, so looks like one of the devs reached out to him and asked him to make this video, which means, and look here, bit of a smile. I just don't like this vibe. I don't know if you guys can see like just the underlying smirk that he has throughout the whole video. For someone that's genuinely apologetic and thinks that they made probably a bad decision, but like it is what it is, and like, I'm sorry, fans, you usually would not expect them to be smiling about the situation, right? Heartfelt empathy, regret. I don't see it in this video, and he really avoids apologizing even towards the end. Now, keep in mind, I'm just analyzing and taking this as it comes to me, all right? Deep down, if Upshod really made a mistake and he feels genuinely sorry about it, and this is just his way of talking and his, I'm just analyzing what I can tell, all right? That's all we can do. But let's keep going.
One thing about me as a person,
I think I'm gonna
about it, the first,
and I think I'm gonna start with whether you believe me or not. Beside the point. This was not a scam. This was not a rug pull. There was nothing going on with Upcoin that was shady or behind the scenes. This is a culmination of a couple months of very intense work, mostly on my part. The dev team is a good team, supporting where they could, but this was really a lot on my shoulders. I hadn't intended to make a cryptocurrency. That wasn't my goal with this YouTube.
So in the beginning, he's just explaining, if you don't believe me, it is what it is. I don't expect you all to believe me. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button for me if you don't mind. Please, it does help me out. Let's see if we can get to like 30 likes, and that way we'll probably have like 50 people in here instead of 30. Appreciate it. But in the beginning, he's just explaining, I understand if you don't believe me. I can't do anything about that, but I will just explain myself here. And that then he just goes into, I didn't even want to make a cryptocurrency, but you guys convinced me to. And so this is kind of how we went about this. This wasn't like a scam that I'd been plotting out. You guys asked for it, and this is just the way it played out. That's basically this introduction here.
That I have received.
Thank you for those likes.
Members of the Dogecoin community has been overwhelming. Now, some say, that's the internet, you should just fluff that off. But I don't. I take these things personally. And
I want to stop him right there, guys. I think Upshod had a lot of potential. And he grew so of a crypto. It really.
I kind of fell into that. Like, wouldn't that be fun? But I kind of fluffed it off at the time. Then I had this fan art contest, and someone made this, very detailed rendering of this coin. Until the first week of May, was taking off. It was in a bubble. It was in a huge bubble on its own. But everybody.
So here now he just started talking about Doge. I kind of skipped through the beginning part because he's just explaining why why Upcoin even became a thing. Because his fans, right? They asked for a coin. People started sending him fan art. He's like, okay, let's look into it. Let's figure it out. That part's unimportant. Now he starts talking about Dogecoin and then kind of what started happening with Upcoin. So let's go back just a couple seconds here and start from there.
Meanwhile, the price of Dogecoin from the middle of April until the first week of May was taking off. It was in a bubble. It was in a huge bubble on its own. But everybody had bought into the hype. And Dogecoin, going into Saturday Night Live, people thought Dogecoin was going to go to $1 that night. It was crazy. I had made a video of like a hangover the next day, but everyone was buying into the hype. And it didn't happen. And he blamed Elon Musk. We found out it was being shorted. And of course, the media doesn't go into that. And I made videos about that. So I get people are hurting because of that. But why take that out on me? Your investment decisions. That's what I always say, right?
So you can already tell he's starting to relate this to the Dogecoin situation where everyone saw the hype, thought because of the run-up it was going to the moon, and then the sell-off started. And he's like, I get that some people are upset about that and the fact that Dogecoin started to sell off and they lost some money. But even I was the one covering it. I was maybe associated with the coin, right? People called him the Doge father. But you couldn't possibly be upset at him for the price dumping. So he's already putting himself in this analogy, in a scenario saying, like, I should not be the one to blame for what happened here, just like you wouldn't blame me or you shouldn't blame me for the Dogecoin crash after SNL. So you can already tell he's trying to defer the blame. But the situations aren't the same because Dogecoin, even though he was like the Doge father, he had nothing to do with that, right? Him selling had no effect. Anyway, let's continue.
Investing in cryptocurrency is a risk. Only an investor you can.
Keep in mind, I like Upshod, and I would love to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just analyzing the video, okay, guys? I'm not saying hate this guy, bash him, nor is this stream and this coverage to make you guys dislike him. I am probably one of the least hateful people you'll ever meet, and I still wish no harm to this guy. Everybody makes poor decisions, whether or not this was genuine or him actually making a decision that just happened to be poor and affected a lot of people. I don't know what I would do if someone put me in charge of a couple $1 million all of a sudden after I've been broke or didn't have money. Who's to say? Any of you in this chat, if you took it, created a crypto, market cap goes to 25 mil, and you have all these coins that one day you wouldn't decide to just rug pull, delete all your social media, and retire, right? So a lot of us may say we wouldn't do that now, but we're also just human beings, and once in a lifetime opportunities can kind of change who you are sometimes. So I'm not going to sit here and blame this guy and say he's a terrible person or whatnot. But what I am going to say is if he should be responsible, he should be responsible, and that the act would be a terrible thing, right? And we're not going to downplay that either. So let's go back.
Afford to lose. Said that many times.
Thank you for those likes, guys. Appreciate all those likes. Thank you.
I want to stop this real quick, guys. Again, I don't want to stop the video too much, right?
I will skip through his commentary because
Same
we're trying
time
to react
behind the
ourselves.
scenes, the team and I were making this cryptocurrency. Took a lot of work. This isn't something like you just one day decide, oh, I'm going to make a crypto and like make it. No, we wanted to make something different, and that took time and effort.
Explaining the coin making. Continue on.
Is this dude really giving?
Cisco,
We're getting there.
Paid for all that. Wanted to be sure that we were on a track of something. There's some good people out there. They said it was going to be a challenge, but man, when the coin was released,
here we go.
and I made this video introducing the coin, harsh feedback. Incredible. And people actually saying the only reason I made this YouTube video in the first place, or this YouTube channel, was so I could make my own cryptocurrency and scam people. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's a good team of people I was working with. They have the choice of whether they're going to continue the project on or not. And they can do that. The coin is out there. It's trading. People are still buying it.
The coin does still exist.
Or is
It was just
selling
rug
it too?
pulled and way cheaper now.
What happened on Wednesday night?
All right, here
I
we
mean, it
go.
was incredible. I mean,
Guys, we're 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the video.
but then it started taking off again. 100% gain. 40%. I thought at first, yeah, there was going to be this big spike and then it was going to fall back. And that happened. It happened quickly in 2 days. And then we were talking about organic growth. The coin was organically growing. That was great. But then it started taking off again. 100% gain. 40% gain. It kind of leveled off a bit. And then we had 3 days in a row. 90% gain, 65% gain, and another 90% gain.
That's a lot of gains. A lot of
That is
gains.
a lot of gains.
And that, you see that on a lot of other tokens too, pump and dump. Now I see why a lot of these use these tokenomics, right? So there's this fee, for selling the token to discourage those snipers, those whales from pumping and dumping. Some of those tokens make a lot of money because people do it anyway. They take the 10% risk for an 80% gain. I've learned that. Didn't know that at the time. We purposely made Upcoin to not have that feature so that it could actually be used for tipping.
Now, guys, what he's saying there is
So as you can see, what he just said was there's a thing in the crypto space called sniping, is what he referred to it as, where people keep an eye out for new coins, and on release they buy in at the release price, which is usually super cheap. They buy in very large size as soon as they can so that they can buy a whole lot of shares, and basically that makes them a whale. So then when the price goes up, they can sell And a lot of times that's what causes, you know, the pump and then the dump as those whales that got in right at the beginning sell. And so that's why you see with a lot of these tokens, they charge a fee. Like SafeMoon, for example, you have to pay like 10% of your earnings to cash out to discourage people from selling. But the reason that he is saying they did not put, and look right here, you see the smirk on his face the whole way through? I just don't like that. This is, you know, it doesn't fit with what's going on. Anyway, they didn't put the fee in place because they wanted it to be used kind of like how Dogecoin is for actually like not just buying it and holding it forever, but to use it, to tip people with. That was the purpose of it. So if you're being penalized to send it to people, that doesn't work. So he's saying that was the risk they took and this is the outcome.
It's absolutely true. Money. Every time it's true. Back to
I predicted 3 breakouts, 2 to the upside, both times it happened. The third one was a few weeks ago. Dogecoin was in the upper 20s. People were saying it was going to go back up.
I will get to your
That's
comments, by the way.
good.
I'm just trying to
hands with
get through the
Dogecoin.
I
video.
actually drew it
Not for
during a
altcoin.
live stream. It's going to go down. And it did. And I'm sorry. You know, some of you got really caught up in all the hype. Some of you bought Dogecoin very high and are hurting. Some of you bought Upcoin high. I heard from somebody who put their whole life savings into Upcoin. What do I say? I say diversify. Only risk, only put in what you're willing to lose.
All right. So what he just did was he says, because I did skip a couple seconds by accident. What he had said was, people in my stream have been with me since the beginning, and you know, actually, let's go back to here.
Too, while the Dogecoin community.
back to understand.
Right here.
So I had all that weighing on my shoulders. Financially, I had put a lot of money out. I had all this hate coming from the Dogecoin community. The pressure to keep making videos every day. That was on me. That was my fault. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Constantly
I should have
shifting
spread them out
blame.
a little more. And every day that I wouldn't make a video, I hear, where's Upshod? Where's this? Where's that? It's just like,
Now he's complaining about his community asking where he was when he wouldn't upload. But he was saying with Dogecoin, there were times where Dogecoin was stagnant, Dogecoin was trading sideways, and there were other times when after, you know, the 3 big pump events he just talked about, which was 2 pre-SNL and then 1 post, how all the other days were pretty much like Dogecoin trading sideways or overall going down, and he just didn't have much to talk about. And now he's kind of blaming his community for pestering him to upload when there wasn't much going on. I mean, you should, in my opinion, be happy that you have a community that where there's demand. Like you have viewers wanting you to give them something to view. That's how you make money. Anyway.
tough to make realistic videos too, while Dogecoin was continuing to go down.
Tough to make videos when
Videos.
Dogecoin's going
During the
down.
6 months of making Dogecoin videos, I predicted 3 breakouts, 2 to
There
the
were 3 upward
upside, both times it
breakouts.
happened. The third one was a few weeks ago. Dogecoin
Third breakout was a few weeks ago. Told everyone it's going to go down, and sorry to those people that got burned is what he said right here. And then he said, and I'm also sorry to the ones that invested in Upshod that got burned. See, he keeps trying to shift blame and comparing this scenario to Dogecoin going to the moon and then selling off, and just not only watering down the situation, but also at the same time blaming his community for like pestering him, and then also shifting the blame off of himself at the same time and saying like, this is normal and it's not my fault at all. And all the way up to this point, there's like nothing apologetic even about the way he's handled the situation. And that's what I find strange. He keeps trying to blame his followers, and then he says, and just like you'll see right here, that he says, just like I told the people in the Dogecoin community, you know, people are coming to him saying, Upshod, I invested in Upcoin and I lost my life savings. He's like, what do I say to those people? He's like, I say, like I always say, diversify. You should always diversify. Cryptos are risky. So he's just saying, sucks to be you, right? You invested in this. You shouldn't have invested that hard. Coins go to zero. Was I a part of the reason it went to zero? But the point is, you should have been smarter. So that kind of is a slap in the face.
you know, some of you got really caught up in all the hype. Some of you bought Dogecoin very high and are hurting.
Don't forget, hit that like button, guys. Let's see if we can get
Some of you
higher
bought
than
Upcoin high.
26.
I heard from somebody who put their whole life savings into Upcoin.
Because I'm only
What
doing
do
this
I
video
say?
once.
I say diversify. Only risk, only put in what you're willing to lose.
Let me stop right there,
If you don't
guys.
mind.
What did I say? Only invest.
The weight of all this was on my shoulders. And I was watching
Thank you for those likes.
the trading on Wednesday night.
Now it seems like
I
he's
knew it
lying. Okay, now he's finally getting to what happened, the rug pull on Wednesday night. He explained all of that just to get to this point, saying, so come Wednesday night, when I saw the trading activity getting weird, because what he also said was he was aware as the deeper he went into this cryptocurrency thing, because he's new to this space, right? He's just a YouTuber where his fans asked him to make a coin. And as he got more and more involved, he realized about the things called the people that snipe, that buy super cheap to become whales. And he realized that his coin was potentially setting up to be a pump and dump, because he could look and see that there were wallet addresses that held large position sizes. So he figured, he said in a point in this video, maybe I skipped by accident, that he assumed after he started learning, he started to get a little worried because he realized there could be a point in the near future where other whales, those whales that sniped and bought in on release a whole bunch of shares, could decide to sell and dump the price. And so that people would begin losing their holdings. And so at that point, he started to panic, and he began to get skeptical of his own coin, right? His own investment into his own coin. And so then now he's saying the weight of all that, the weight of his community bothering him and expecting content and all of this, whatever that has to do with it, on his shoulders at this point. So then come Wednesday, when he saw the whale start selling, now he's getting into the explanation of why he did what he did and what happened. But look at how I'm no behavioral analyst, guys, but I'm good at reading people and analyzing. That's why I have this channel, for analyzing. That's just my strength, always has been. But just look at his facial expressions as he starts going into, now this is what happened Wednesday night. And he starts putting on these fake, sad faces, like he was so stressed out about it and disappointed in the decision. But you can tell underlying it's just fake. And he still keeps smirking.
Anyway.
I told you. I told you guys.
Unintentionally.
I can't take any credit or blame for that. The weight of all this was on my shoulders. And I was watching the trading on
Smirking.
Wednesday night.
Holding back. Fake frown.
And I knew what was going to happen, and it sure did. So whale started selling.
Jill, that was funny comment.
15, 20% in instant, like that.
So now he says the whales started selling. 15, he said he saw the price go down 15 to 20% like that, and he panicked. Now, here's what I have to say. All right. I don't know if any of you guys are experienced traders at all, but I've been in the trading game for a couple years. Came from the stock market. I've messed with large cap, mid cap, small cap, micro cap, penny stocks even. I've seen all the volatility in the world, and I've got burned plenty of times. Coming into cryptocurrency, it's like take small and micro cap, or you could call them crap because they're crap too. Take those kind of stocks, light them on fire, the volatility, light it on fire, and now you have cryptocurrency, especially small cap crypto. They can go 100 or 1,000x or in the other direction to that same degree. So to have a coin and see it drop 15% in a moment, which indicates that a whale sold, and to make that your whole decision, the whole reason for your next game-changing, life-changing decision, to sell everything, get out, tell everyone else to sell, your family, your friends, and to lead all your social media, doesn't make sense to me off a 15% quick spike. All right? Doesn't make sense, but we'll let him finish.
I freaked out. I apologize for that, but I did.
Okay.
I sold some of mine. My son sold his.
Not to overanalyze, but when he said I apologize for that, facial expression also looked fake.
I knew what was going to happen, and it sure did. So whale started selling.
Smirk.
Jill, that was
dropped
Who was the whale?
15, 20% in instant, like that. I freaked out. I apologize for that, but I did.
Okay.
I sold some of mine. My son sold his. And then I sold some out of some of the airdrop wallets. Shut down my YouTube channel, shut down my Twitter. Like I don't know, went into defensive mode or something. And that wasn't good.
So there he actually says, I apologize. I shut down all that I showed
So
you
that's
guys.
like the first time he did apologize to any degree, even though it didn't seem genuine, and it looked, even there looks a little smirkish. Deep down, I don't know if you guys know anything about I've researched a lot of different stuff, including analyzing people's behavior, even though that's not the field I'm in. You can tell when people are saying like no to something, but they're nodding yes, or yes to something, but they're nodding no, or you can tell by when the facial expressions don't look natural, that it's fake, or even sometimes, and a lot of the things like the facial expressions, the frowns, the looks of disgust, they're obviously forced and not him actually feeling bad. And then even sometimes when he's saying negative things or like, oh man, and then the whale started selling and taking profit, and you see like little smirk on his face underlying. To me, it sounds like he knew what was going down and he's the whale. All right. He's one of the whales. And he cashed out. His pockets are full. He's making this video to save face because he has to live out the rest of his life now. We already know he already said, which we'll get to, that he's done with like YouTube and whatnot. But he still has to live and encounter people in public, right? People whose bank accounts have gotten wiped out. So this video, and he also said one of the devs told him to make this video. He probably wasn't even going to make this apology video. He said Zook, who was apparently one of the devs of the project, told him to make this, and so here he is. Obviously not remorseful, doesn't care. So we'll talk about that some more in a minute. What is that?
Upcoin's out there. It's trading.
It's horrible. So
Zook and his team can do something with it if they want. The people can do something with it just like Dogecoin. Billy and Jackson stepped away. Now I kind of know a little bit.
Oh, okay. So he's saying, now I know what it feels like when Billy... now I know what it feels like when Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer stepped away from Dogecoin, right? I was the creator of this and I stepped away. Now I know what now I know what it feels like. Come on, man. I don't know. I really respected this guy. And the more I watch, the more disappointing it gets. Take some blame, man.
From here, Upcoin's out there. It's trading.
From here, Upcoin's out there. It's trading. I'm just out. Now I know what it feels like to be Billy Marcus.
Can do something with it if they want. The people can do something with it just like Dogecoin.
Look at that smile.
Billy and Jackson stepped away. Now I kind of know a little bit about how they must have felt, but mine in a much smaller arena and a very condensed moment of time.
They say Upcoin is out there and it's still trading.
I get it. I'm stepping away. I'm not going to continue my cryptocurrency YouTube channel. I shut down the Discord servers. I apologize for all the people that put in a lot of great effort. It was a great place for people to hang out, particularly while Dogecoin was trading down. People felt a sense of solace, a place where they felt like they belonged, especially Aaron.
Man, this is so fake.
I don't know who Aaron is.
You saw that fake?
Aaron, go find a hobby.
Especially
go find something else to do.
Man, come on.
If Hank
hang out on the internet, they're all over. Maybe someone else will make a Discord server like mine. Safe place to hang out, talk about cryptocurrency and other things.
Plenty of other communities, guys. Plenty of other communities.
Thank you. Set up a great Telegram group.
I want to know who the hell Aaron is.
We had other plans in the future. Just didn't get there. Duckley, I know you're hurting too. Apologize. Zook, thanks for the Reddit. Thanks for being on the AMA with me.
First time he's actually looking genuinely upset.
What I'm going to do now, I'll help administratively in the background. Probably going to see some transfers of some coins from wallet to wallet because they're all in a series of my wallets now. But you look at what happened. Liquidity is locked. The two biggest wallets, that have the future liquidity of the coin in there. It's all still there.
Now he's basically saying, yeah, this terrible thing happened, but the coin will live on, guys. The coin will live on. The legacy will live on. Just like, now I'm like Jackson Palmer and Billy Marcus. I'm out, right? I'm out, and I made the decision to be out. But I'm just going to fall into the background, be anonymous now. I'm good. The coin will live on. It's not dead. It's still out there. There's still liquidity locked. It'll be fine. Just give it time. This thing could take off. It's now up to you guys. It's now in your hands. All right, but remorse? No. The only time he seemed upset was like for those 20 seconds where he started talking about people that he knows that he disappointed. Then it seemed like he got genuinely upset, and maybe that's because mentally he started to think of like the people that he's actually potentially letting down. But the remorse for the action, not there.
This wasn't a rug pull, wasn't a scam. You can believe me if you want or not. I'm just tired. I was working late nights, getting up.
I agree with what Bianca they're saying, right? There's some apology.
All of the applications.
And I'll get to all your comments as soon as this runs through.
Others that are coming or were coming in the future. It's up to the team now to decide if they want to continue to pursue those or not. Some thought that I was hacked, the YouTube channel. I put those graphics up there. I don't know why. I had this thought, like, maybe I can continue making videos, but do something else completely different than cryptocurrency.
All right. This is where I think he starts lying, like for real. Some people thought he was hacked because some people said that he was compromised. I don't think people thought he was hacked only because of what it looked like, but I feel like, and again, there's no fact behind this. This is my analysis. His first move was to say and go with the fact that he was compromised, that he was hacked. He took it upon himself to delete all his videos, change his YouTube channel's banner, change the profile photo, change the name of his YouTube channel, change his Twitter persona, and start deleting accounts to make it look like he was hacked and that this is what happened. He then realized that excuse and that scenario would not have added up and made sense. So instead, he decided to come back and basically apologize and give a different explanation for what happened, the more realistic one, that he panicked, sold, took all money, or that he orchestrated a sell-off, which he's not going to ever say, take all money. And now he's saying, I just thought maybe on my YouTube channel, I'd go dark, for a little bit, just rebrand it, rename the channel to Today's News, and start talking about other things. Maybe cats. I don't know. That's, come on, guys. Come on. None of us here are stupid, right? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why, if you're going to stay in the public eye, why would you rebrand your channel? Well, you still have all 72,000 people subscribed to you. Like, you're not doing anything. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's like me saying, I'm scamming all of you guys, right? You're invested in a project that I started. All of you watching this video right now and all of my subscribers. I'm scamming all of you. I'm going to go dark. I'm never going to talk about cryptocurrency again. But what I will do, keep this channel, change the channel name, and keep uploading videos about something else. Does that make any sense? So here's where it gets obvious that he's pulling stuff out of the air. What happened was, and this is just my guess, he was going to go with the play that he got hacked, his computer got compromised, and that's why his funds got taken out. That's why his coin was sold. That's why his YouTube channel, all videos were deleted. They compromised his channel, right? I did change my channel name, but it wasn't to hide from anybody. All of my people are still here, right? But yeah, I did. He got compromised. He got hacked. Someone took his Twitter account, took over it, deleted it. Someone took over his YouTube account, deleted his videos, changed the name, maybe even sold his account to someone else so that they could use it. That's the way it was set up. But it looks like at some point he realized that wasn't going to fly and that people weren't going to buy that. And so instead now he's saying, I did it just because, you know, I thought maybe there'd be a chance I could just leave the crypto space and just, you know, make videos on something else and we could pretend like this never happened. That doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that, like, did he really sit on Photoshop and rebrand his channel? For, like, went dark but rebranded his channel? Nothing makes sense here.
It's up to the team now to decide if they want to continue to pursue those or not.
And again, this is not my video, all right? So shout out to Staying Alpha. Thank you for grabbing the video grab before it completely got deleted off the entire internet space. He reacted to this. I'm using his video because it's one of the few clips of the actual Upshod upload, because Upshod deleted it, right? So only the people that grabbed it were able to really use the video. So thank you to Staying Alpha for providing us with the content to react to.
I was hacked. The YouTube channel. I put those graphics up there. I don't know why. I had this thought, like, maybe I could continue making videos, but do something else completely different than cryptocurrency. Quickly made this graphic of like today news. I'll just do it like a news thing or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just make funny cat videos or something. Just entertaining, totally lighthearted.
So bad.
YouTube's more about that. Yeah, there's some good information out there, but a lot of it is entertainment. I might do that. I'm going to take a break, though.
Yeah.
There was one thing that was hacked, my Twitter. I deactivated it. Castor was running the Upcoin World Twitter account. So he hacked into my personal. I probably should have done a little better job of segregating passwords, but he reactivated it. Why? I don't know. I deactivated it again. Then he went back in there. He changed the email. He changed
deleted his explanation.
He changed the phone associated with it, so I couldn't get in there anyway. It was my Twitter account. Bad move, Cass. You should just let it go. I don't know why you did that.
Okay, so there he's talking about that he's upset, right? Some individual called Casper for actually hacking into his Twitter account because everyone wanted to hear about.
Who cares about the Twitter part, honestly? But even that, I feel like isn't the truth. Look at his facial expression here. I don't know if you've ever seen people lie trying to act like they're sorry, but literally this whole video, except for those 2 seconds where he started apologizing and looked like he actually started getting upset, but he's like trying not to laugh the whole time. He's smiling. Even when he started talking about Casper here.
He reactivated it. Why? I don't know.
Look at the underlying smirk.
I deactivated it again. Then he went back in there. He changed the email. He changed the password. He changed the phone associated with it.
Who cares about your Twitter account?
It was my Twitter account.
Now he's just filling out the rest of the story. All right, let's get towards the end of this video here.
You can believe what you want to believe. For me, I'm just stepping away. For those that think I made millions of dollars off of this, you need to learn what a liquidity pool is in this world of PancakeSwap and not look at market cap. Market cap has nothing to do with how much money you can take.
He's not denying that he made a ton of money off of this, by the way. He's just saying, for those that think I made, because the coin was 25 million market cap, I made $25 million, you need to understand how tokens work. Market cap just equals total coins in circulating supply times price of coin. So if you think I made like 25 mil, y'all need to do some more research. But he didn't say to those that think I made a ton of money off of this. He's saying to those that think I made all of the money, all right? just listen to the wording. He's trying to cover up, but at the same time, he's kind of incriminating himself with his choice of words and the things he's leaving out. He didn't say to those that think I made a lot of money off of this, because he did.
Take out of a project. Market cap is the total number of tokens times the price. Total number of tokens weren't even trading. Liquidity pools work when people put BNB in, they take out tokens. Part of that goes into liquidity pool when that happens. Liquidity pool slowly grows. If I was really going to rug pull this, I'd have to wait. I'd have to wait until liquidity pool grew and grew and grew. Go watch some videos on liquidity pools. I know it's a little complex.
Market cap for
It's not millions of
Upcoin.
dollars.
Market cap
Not
for
even
Upcoin was sitting at
$100,000.
$25 million.
Not anything like that.
That's what he's referring to.
Cryptocurrency, guys. Never a safe investment.
Okay.
What you
Whoa.
want to say?
Joker? Cryptocurrency, guys.
Most
Never seen
misinformed. Just like many of the other comments that were coming my way. Emails, threats.
Holding back a
Cryptocurrency,
bit of a laugh.
guys.
It's cryptocurrency, guys.
Never a safe investment.
Must stop.
That's the most evil thing I've seen in a while. Guys, can we actually clip that and turn that into a meme? I think that deserves to be turned into a meme. For real. Like, long-standing in the Dogecoin crypto community meme forever. It's cryptocurrency, guys. Never a safe investment. I'm not kidding. I will clip that and use that for the rest of my life. Let's watch that one more time.
Comments that were coming my way. Emails.
That was like some movie
threats.
Joker.
It's cryptocurrency, guys. Never a safe investment.
I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna finish
Anyway.
the rest. I'm gonna pause it right there. Right again, the third time.
How can you laugh
Cryptocurrency,
about
guys.
that, bro?
You know this, guys. It was your fault.
We don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We don't know what's going to happen with other coins.
Not
Right
genuine
now,
at all.
Things continue to not look good. And that's why I've been saying things don't look good. I'm still heavily invested in Dogecoin. I haven't sold any. Dogecoin went up to 70 cents.
I find that hard to
dropped back
believe.
down. I'm holding.
I find that
believe
so
in
hard to
the
believe.
future. Long-term hold is the way to go. These things. Just let it go. Sell a little off.
Again, Diamond Hands Dogecoin. But you dumped on your project after you saw it
I'm
fall.
about done
Leave the
personally
rest.
watching this video, but we'll keep going.
My name's Chris. It's been a journey. I hope you all do well in the future. Peace out.
Peace out.
That's the end of the video.
Oh man. It's cryptocurrency, guys. Never a safe investment. With the biggest smile of all time. That is terrifying. I'll be honest.
No dollars.
Not anything like that.
There was one thing he said in here that I'm trying to remember. Man, and I had just thought of it. It was important and I forgot. But it was something that we accidentally skipped over. Give me 1 second to remember and let me pull up the comments here so we can actually start talking about what you guys are saying here. That was brutal, right? It's not just me. So here's the thing. Like I said, I respected Upshod. You guys actually put me on to him, right? I didn't find him on my own. But some of you guys that were in my stream that gravitated towards my content because of the similarities, I guess, genuine person or what seems like, right? I guess you could never know. What seems like a genuine person doing technical analysis, free content, trying to help others. No hype, no false information. You guys actually put me onto him and I subscribed to him and started watching him because of that. I wanted him to be innocent, right? But looking at his apology video that he deleted, maybe he watched it back and was like, oh, you know, maybe this doesn't sound so good. I don't know. But just watching his apology video just seems like not genuine at all. And like he definitely had some malicious intent. Now, when you go, let me find this portion of the video because I skipped it. I just remember what it
When it
was.
was trading down, people felt a sense of solace for all the people.
Discord chat. Reach out to you.
1 sec.
From here, Upcoin's out there. It's trading.
This thing here is
Not a little more. And every day that I wouldn't make a video, I hear, where's Upshod continuing to go down.
Stop making videos.
During the 6 months of making Dogecoin videos, I predicted 3 breaks and it was going to go back up. And I was like,
Jacko's
no,
absolutely right.
good.
Diamond hands for Dogecoin.
I actually drew
Not
it
for
during
altcoin.
a live stream. It's going to go down. Got really caught up in all the hype. Some of you bought Dogecoin very high, and what you're willing to lose.
Let me stop right there, guys. What did I? Apology.
Anyway.
I told you. I
That's
told you
it.
guys.
I can't take any credit or blame for that. The weight of all this was on my shoulders. And I was watching the trading on Wednesday night. And I knew what was going to happen, and it sure did. So whale started selling.
Jill, that
Price
was
dropped
funny
like
comment.
15, 20% in instant like that. I freaked out. I apologize for that, but I did.
Okay.
I sold some of mine. My son sold his. And then I sold some out of some of the airdrop wallets.
I'm waiting for him to say a specific thing.
Shut down my YouTube channel. Shut down my Twitter.
Was it not right here?
I don't know. Went into defensive mode or something. And that wasn't good.
Son, so as well. Won't work for the next month. I just don't.
I freaked out.
Come on.
From here,
All right. Maybe it was slightly before that. Basically, he said at one point, and this is a long video, so I guess finding it would be unreasonable at this point. But from the first time I watched it, he said he had a lot of money in, right? And so that contributed to the fact that he panicked. He admitted to the fact that he had a large position size. He did not say how much money he had in, but he said he had a lot of money in. Couple things about that. As he himself has said, cryptocurrency only invests what you're willing to lose. Was that not what he is saying to the people that got burned? You should know better, only invest what you're willing to lose. This is his cryptocurrency, and apparently he did not only invest what he was willing to lose. According to his defensive, if we're going to say that that's correct, defensive move that he decided to make when he saw whale selling off and he thought he was going to lose some money. What he did was he panic sold and left the face of the planet. So first and foremost, he's going against the advice that he just is giving to all of his followers here in this apology video, which isn't even an apology video, the explanation video rather. He directly went against that, and that's what contributed to the rug pull, and that's why he went dark. He was not invested with what he was willing to lose. He decided take profit, sell all coins, almost all coins, and never talk to you guys again. That's one. Number two, this goes to prove no matter who you are, whether you're a beginner trader or an experienced trader, you should only be investing what you're comfortable with investing. And that means when the price tanks, for example, Dogecoin at 70 cents, we were having a really good day on SNL day. We really were. Dogecoin looking strong, looking stable, up at 70 cents, climbing slowly, 71, 72, 73, 74. A lot of us thought we were at least going to 80 cents. I did. Well, you should always, no matter what, no matter how experienced of a trader you are, always only trade with a position size that you are comfortable with, so that when a moment comes, just like on SNL night, when the whales started to get rid of their positions and the price starts to dump, you don't go into panic mode. You can think wisely, react wisely, make the right decision next, not just for that moment, but for long term, whatever that may be. For me, being an experienced trader, understanding what this meant, I did think it through, right? Even though I was away from my computer at the moment the whale sold, I literally went to take a shower after staring at the chart for like 12 hours, went to take a shower, didn't bring my phone. 15 minutes later, come back, whale sold. We're no longer at 73 cents. Now we're at 65. And I'm like, well, check that out. What did I do? I made a plan. I said, you know what? I believe Dogecoin's going to come back long term no matter what happens over the next month, 2 months, 3 months. So what I'm going to do on some of my holding accounts, I'll designate this account I will not sell. Average of 60 cents, I don't care. Not selling. Then if we really dump further, I will use other money, scalp on the way back up, or just average down. I made a plan. I did not react irrationally. He, on the other hand, is saying he realized there were whales in here. He realized that he had a really large position size. He was involved. His family members that were involved. His friends apparently were also involved. That's why they got DMs to warn them to sell. And when he realized that the first whale sold and he saw the quick 15% sell, he decided to panic sell and just call it quits, delete everything, take profit, never talk to anybody again, never do come on. So first of all, none of this really is adding up from an experienced trader. If it is what happened, then he wasn't very good because he went against his own advice. So that's one thing. And then just secondly, guys, he doesn't seem genuine. He barely apologized. What he keeps saying, he keeps relating this to Dogecoin. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but everybody should have been careful. You only should have been invested in with what you could be invested in. And what really just doesn't make sense, and now I'm about to read your comments, so bear with me. But what just doesn't make the most sense is that if he's genuine, right? I'm just trying to put myself or any normal person in a scenario where you, because of your fans, start up a project, things are going well, people are making money, and things start going poor. If it's my coin, for example, I'm thinking longer term. Is it just me? In my opinion, I would have probably invested large size just like he did because it's my coin and I believe in it and I think we can at least see this thing go a little bit. Excuse the whatever that is outside. Let me just wait for that to pass. Okay, there we go. If it was my cryptocurrency, for example, I feel like I would probably dump a lot of money in early, get a lot of shares, hope that the price goes up, let's say 10x, maybe 100x. Sweet. That'd be cool. But after seeing its success, I would think this could potentially be a long-term play no matter what happened. Because if I'm a decently respected name in the game like he was, there wasn't even a lot of people that were super familiar with Upcoin yet. I mean, it definitely started to spread. You had people in Matt Wallace's stream trying to say, Matt, check out Upcoin, but there was plenty of more room to go. So even if the whale sold, what I feel like I would have done is held on, maybe sold a couple coins. It's always, there's nothing wrong with trading. You don't have to be a hodler forever. The point of these things is eventually to have made money. And unless it becomes like a recognized currency, you do have to swap it out for something else eventually to recognize your profit. So I'm not saying he should have hodled forever. I'm not even saying he shouldn't have sold a couple coins. But I may have trimmed a little bit, made a couple bucks, locked that in since we were at what looked like highs and now whales were starting to take profit. But what I would have done is gone back to my followers and say, hey guys, here's what happened. And I'm in this with you guys. It looks like whales sold. That caused the price to get cut in half. Here's the thing. Upcoin is still Upcoin. We know what we've got here. Nothing has changed because people went and took profit. If anything, I'm going to probably buy some more. And let's get this thing back up to where it was. Now the whales are gone. We don't have to worry about them anymore. Now we can really get this thing to the moon. If that's what we think is going to happen, keep spreading the word. It's working. Keep telling Matt Wallace to check this thing out. Keep telling 2020 Tech Official to check this thing out. Whoever. Spread the word. Get other people to buy. This thing will continue to take off. Now there's no more chance of extreme market manipulation because the whales are already out. Time to average down. That's what I think makes sense. Getting back to your team and communicating with them what's going on. What doesn't make sense is to sell all of your shares, delete your YouTube channel, delete your Twitter, and never talk to anybody again. All right. When you do it that way, it makes it very obvious that this was not an oopsie, I panicked, but all right, look, my 100 grand investment is up to 1.25 mil. I only had 100 grand and I'm getting near retirement age. This is my chance. Cash out. I'm selling. Son, cash out. Friends, here's your warning. Us whales, we're cashing out. We're locking this in. And we're done. We're just going to retire. We're calling it quits. We're good. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not going to say that he's a terrible person if that is what he did, because he did it. And as honest as a lot of us feel like we could be, who's to say what we would do if we 100x'd a large amount of money or 10x'd a large amount of money, right? Because if he had 100 grand anywhere near that in, the price over 10x'd. So he could easily have become a millionaire and wanted to lock that in, not knowing what the future was. But the point is, that's just not how you do things, especially if you're innocent. I feel like he saw the opportunity to cash out, quit this YouTube thing, and live his life without having to work anymore. And so he took that and ran, literally. You know? And he, being a decent person, also told his YouTube buddies, hey, whales, me, my son, family, and our couple friends, we're selling. So cash out now. And then we're out. So anyway, guys, that's my analysis on the situation. Don't think he's innocent. I don't at all. So now let me read some of your comments here. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't. Click the like button too if you haven't. Also, you can see to my left or your, I don't know. Right there. Twitter, if you want to follow me there. Link is there. So, all right. I'm going to skim through a lot of your comments because obviously this is like 45 minutes worth of comments, and a lot of them we probably already discussed at this point. Then made his Edwards. Yeah, another thing is, as unremorseful as he is throughout the whole video, it's funny how he positions himself like he was in a corner, backed against the wall, literally. Like he's being held hostage. He's terrified. He knows everyone's disappointed. You know, I'm going to sit on the floor in the corner against the wall in a dark room with a little sliver of sunlight coming on, make it look like I'm almost in hiding, and guys, I just made a mistake. And I'm sorry. And I don't know what to do. Yet, in the video, he barely even apologizes and blames everyone else. Contradiction. Right there. All right. We will never see Matt again. Who knows? Who knows? When you have a large position size and you're suddenly a millionaire, who knows? Who knows? Hey, thank you, The Real Nick. I appreciate that. And welcome to the channel. You wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, Stankist? Let me scroll down. I'm only going to read the comments that still are, applicable, because this was like an hour ago. So I'll read them all, but I'm not going to read them out loud. I'll skim. Austin says, do I think it would be wise to sell a few coins, wait for the bottom, buy more? You bought $300 worth at 18 cents. If you're talking Dogecoin, I definitely wouldn't be selling at the bottom. That's the worst thing you can ever do. Never sell at the bottom. If you're at the bottom, you should have sold already. All right. So what you have to do is accept the fact that you did not sell and initiate plan B. Usually plan B is going to be hold. All right. And then the second part of plan B is going to be check your bank account. If you have more money to average down with, buy more shares. Never sell at the bottom. That's the worst thing you can ever do. You're guaranteeing that you're going to lose money. So yeah, and the thing is, when you're pretty much at the bottom, that's the highest chance of a reversal. So you're being this low on Dogecoin, this is not sell territory anymore. If anything, it's see what happens next and look to buy more shares on the way down. I would never sell at a point that could be the reversal spot, especially at 17 cents. That's just the advice. Martin says hodl. There you go. Yeah, Chris. He's smart. Yeah, he's smart. Now, I'm saying that I don't think he made Upcoin as a get rich and leave scheme, but I think he saw the opportunity and took it. All right, so that's my quick overview. I think it was made with genuine intentions, and he realized now or never, cash out, have $1 million or something, and leave this thing. And he took that opportunity. I have more, rode it all the way up and down, not selling. He's going to cry in the car, maybe. Right. If he told other people to sell and warned people, like, get out, that's exactly what a rug pull is. You can't say it's not a rug pull while you're a whale, you sell, while the other whales are also selling, and then you tell other people that have large positions to also sell, right, and get out. So, before the price dump, that's literally a rug pull. So, yeah, who would have ever thought Alien Music? It's really crazy. Right, Mr. Clarkey. He mentioned so many times that it's basically your fault. He's like, and that really eerie. It's cryptocurrency, guys. Never invest what you can't lose, what you're not willing to lose.
I'm stepping away. My name's Chris. It's been
Let's get that back on the screen.
Most misinformed, just like many of the.
Hey, Liz Brooks, thank you so much for subscribing. Here it is.
Never a safe investment.
I'm gonna stop it right.
Man, I'm never going to forget that. Ever. It's cryptocurrency, guys. Never a safe investment. It's literally something from like a villain in a movie. Upshod kicked me in the balls. Good job. Yeah, and the sad thing is, like, I too was going to invest, guys. Like, really, I was. And because I trusted Upshod and I thought it was just cool. It wasn't even really to make money. It's like one of those things where, like, I'll put $100 in if something happens one day, cool. But it's just to support another genuine, good quality YouTuber that's covering Dogecoin and doing stuff for the community. That's literally all it was, to support his coin. And I just had some difficulty taking, like, money out of my Doge fund and whatnot, and so I decided not. But I would have been really mad. Because even if, keep in mind, the rug pull, it took 2 zeros off. Here's the chart. It took off 2 zeros. It started with 5 zeros in front of the number, went up, took a 0 off, and at this point to the bottom, so people that bought up here, you lost 2 zeros on your investment. So that means if you put in $100 right here, you woke up with $1. If you put in $10,000 right here, the night before, within 2 hours, your $10,000 was $100. That's an actual rug pull, if I've ever seen one. That's literally zero, like going to nothing. $100,000, $1,000. You see how serious that is? $1 million, $10,000. 2 zeros. Imagine having $1 million, putting it in there, and waking up with 10 grand. Yeah. That was the rug pull. That's what happened. All right. I'll read some more comments. And here's his channel now, by the way. He said, he deleted all his videos and rebranded his channel, thinking that he could just come back, give it a little time, and come back as something else, covering a different topic on YouTube. Does that make any sense? Why wouldn't you just make content for the same? I don't understand. That's probably why he deleted the explanation video, because he realized towards the end he started saying stuff that made no sense. Yeah, it did take balls. Yeah. If Matt Wallace made his own coin, here's the moral of the story though, guys. Don't trust random coins. I know it's enticing to gamble, because people love gambling in general. I know it's enticing to take a chance, put $100 there, $1,000 there, and just see what happens. $10,000 here. What if this thing goes and 100x's? I could be a millionaire. I know it's bait, all right? And this bait has existed forever. There's options trading, which is somewhat of a bait if you don't know what you're doing. And then there's just small and micro cap penny stocks in the stock market. Those have existed. Plenty of opportunities there to 100x if something goes right, but it's a bait. Because a lot of times you're just YOLOing your money in. There's no fundamentals indicating that the value will even go up over time. You're dropping money in the slot machine and you're hoping. Same thing with these cryptocurrencies. This is not a new concept. It's just a new space. All right. So these small cap stocks, or these stocks that have no purpose, these cryptos that have no purpose, that are really cheap, that are coming up from the ground up, you can YOLO and potentially make money, or you can YOLO all your money and lose all your money. Usually it's the latter. So my advice, don't get baited. Stick to what you know. What I'm doing is looking for plays in the cryptocurrency field that actually have value. You can still find low cap opportunities that will 10x or 100x, which, by the way, is insane numbers. And I think people are getting way too greedy because they saw the Dogecoin run up and a lot of these altcoins doing like 1,000% gains each day. Now they're like, man, I want that. If you trade it normally like a real trader in the stock market, you understand what per day gains are, and you would be happy to see 10% per day. You'd be happy to get that consistently. So now people are looking for not 10% in a day or a month, but they want, or S&P 5, investing in an ETF. You see 8% gains per year. People want 1,000% gains per year, 10,000% gains per year. They're not satisfied in the crypto space. And so they're dumping all their life savings into all these different crap garbage coins, hoping one of them takes off. It's literally just greed-driven trading. And so when you get absolutely roasted because you're being greedy, that's mirror check time. But word of advice, just don't do it. Now, even if you're investing in a coin, if I made a coin, right? If I one day made a coin, just like Upshod made his Upcoin, because people, you guys have said I should make my own coin, and I've considered it, but you still should not put your life savings in something that isn't super secure, isn't like Bitcoin or Ethereum, where there's like all these security protocols in place. We know the wallet sizes, we know probability of whale dumping, probability of rug pull, little to none, all these security checks in place. If it's not like that, you shouldn't be dumping money in that you are not willing to also throw into your trash can if need be. Right? No matter who it is. It's not about the person, it's about the actual project. Let's see. Scroll through. After he spoke with his lawyer, yeah, he said in the beginning, he made this video, just so you know, let's go right back to the beginning.
This video, I'm going to be stopping, but not that much because I want you, as you see, playing on top of background.
Listen to why he made the video.
AC. But you're making it at his house right now. I think he's pissed off about the whole entire situation. I did not invest.
I'm making this video because Zook reached out to me, made the extra effort to get my side of the story of what was going on.
I'm making this video because Zook reached out to me, made the extra effort to get my side of the story. He was not going to make this video if he was not reached out to. That's what he just said. All right, so just to let you know, he wasn't even going to provide an explanation. He was literally going to go dark, never be seen again, probably go with the I got hacked and compromised, and now I'm just off the face of the planet story that he was already starting to brew up. But then that guy reached out to him, one of the devs, and convinced him to make a video. So, just so you know. Micro expressions will definitely give you away. You were correct, good sir. Yeah, just looking at people's demeanor, their facial expressions, things that contradict. His facial expressions most of the time, he didn't look remorseful. He was trying to hold back a smirk. He would smile when he would talk about like the price dropping, when he'd talk about him cashing out. He'd try and hold back little smirks when he start making up the story about the whales cashing out and how he got scared. And he's also not apologizing, and he keeps shifting blame to the people that invested in it, saying like, you guys should have known. I've been telling you all this time, only invest what you're willing to lose, etc., etc., etc. Shifting blame off him and just saying this was another thing. I fell victim to it. I saw people selling, so I decided to join the wave and then just cash out and leave because I didn't want to deal with you guys in the community who were already getting on my nerves as you kept pestering me to make videos every single day when there wasn't much to talk about. And you kept talking poorly about Upcoin because you thought I was trying to compete with Dogecoin. So I was annoyed with y'all already. Basically is what he said in this video. I was already annoyed with you guys because you guys were bothering me about not uploading enough. And when I wasn't uploading, you guys would be like, when are you going to when are you going to make a video, Upshod? When are you going live? When things were slow. And that they were complaining that it seemed like Upcoin was supposed to be Dogecoin competition. He got annoyed. And so he said when this opportunity presented itself, it looked like whales were selling. I panicked. I cashed out and I said, you know what? I don't want to deal with you guys, especially now. So I'm just going to delete my YouTube channel and take my money and leave. That's just, and while not being remorseful, by the way, puts himself in a scenario to where it looks like he's being held hostage, right? Sitting on the floor in the corner of his room in the house against the wall in the corner with dim lights. Like, contradicting scenario that he put himself in to actual demeanor and things he's saying. Obvious that this was only put out to try to make people seem like he didn't have a choice, right? Over exaggerating facial movements, yep. When talking about this serious thing, yeah. Paul Ekman. You're right. See the drop, make a tweet or a video saying, buy the dip, or, hey guys, this is what's happening. Whales are selling. This is why the price is going down. Upcoin is still Upcoin. We haven't been compromised. We're good. Hold on. We know, just like he just said in the video, Dogecoin has had its up and downs all the time. He said we only saw three spikes up. The rest were downtrends. And that's what he complained about, talking about not being able to have content that people wanted to watch because the exciting things only happened 3 times. And then there was the dump. He could have said the exact same thing about Upcoin. Whales sold. There were some large accounts I just noticed, and what I saw, unfortunately, they sold. But I'm still holding. I have $100,000 in. I'm still holding. I'm not selling. I think Upcoin will continue. The whales are out now. Now we can see, just like when Elon said he would buy out all of the coins of the Dogecoin whales just to see the whales out of the picture so that Dogecoin could be successful. The whales sold Upcoin. Now the coin can be successful. What he did doesn't make any sense if he's not one of the whales, right? That was just an excuse. He wanted to cash out and lock in those dollars. He was not in it for the right reasons. Palantir with the sad face. Right. Yep. A genuine panic move would have been to go live on your channel, get support from the people the community you've built and the people invested in your project. Right, exactly, Snankist. 15% in a day. It was barely worth anything anyway. It was already, here's the thing, like he said, it was already up hundreds of percent. So how are you going to say that you saw a 15% drop and saw what looked like a whale sell, and you tell everyone and their mother to cash out now? It just doesn't make sense. He just explained in the video that there were 3 days in a row where it saw 100% gain, all right? Then it saw 60-something% gain, followed by another 90% gain. That's 3 days in a row, almost 300% gain. And he's saying he panic sold because it dropped 15%. That doesn't make any sense either. He wasn't down. Right, exactly. Probably down on Dogecoin. He's saying he never cashed out there, but I doubt that. And yeah, probably just taking back money. He probably went heavy in Doge and played it wrong, maybe got burned, and maybe he lost faith in Dogecoin. He said, now's my chance to make my money back plus some. Right. Said he deleted everything. Also said he was hacked. He's told both stories, so that doesn't make sense either. Yeah, and it looked like he was compromised and the channel was sold. And then I guess he decided he didn't want to go with the hacking statement anymore. So then he just said, I just changed it thinking, give it, a little bit of time. I'll go dark and then I'll come back talking about other stuff than cryptocurrency, maybe making cat videos or something. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah. Does that make sense? No. I did change my name. Yeah. Right. Lawyer. Yep. Buy this coming dip. Right. Now he's got all that bread. Sorry, I scammed you all. My name is Chris. Bye. Exactly. Yeah, he deleted his explanation even. Right. If he truly believed in and loved his coin, he would not have sold. Maybe sold some, but not sold all of his position, and then felt so guilty about it, knowing what he actually did was wrong, to the point where he would delete all media and go dark, right? Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with taking profit. When it was SNL night on Dogecoin, everyone knew it was buy the rumor, sell the news. All right. Whoever doesn't decide to sell is either foolish or they're just planning to hodl and they already made that choice. Everyone knows the way trading goes. It's not going to change because you want it to. That has to be a group decision, right? And unless the group agrees and sticks to that, it's just not going to happen. So go with the flow. That means buy low, take profit. Buy low, take profit. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Upshod taking profit on Upcoin when the whales started to sell, if that's what happened. If the whales weren't him and he saw the price starting to pull back 15% and thought people were selling off. I'm not saying don't take profit, but he obviously sold his whole position and cashed out and just said, all right, I'm retiring now, and forget the community. That's a completely different story. Yeah. Dumb thing is, like, if he just stayed in, averaged down, bought the dip, and really helped spread now that the whales were out, he could have probably made double that. But he saw the quick money and left. Yeah, we'll do some technicals, Bryce. I should do the soundbite. Yeah. Coin Bureau. That'd be funny to see Coin Bureau make a video on that. Yeah, the smirk guys was rough the whole time. Made me feel uncomfortable. Right. Diamond Hands Dogecoin sells his own project. Right? Doesn't make sense. Ah, empty room because he's moving. All his furniture is gone. He's buying a new house. That's the thing. If people know his name and know where he lives, he's probably moving. He's probably going to try and hide. Right? This video was a bit to save face, to prevent any kind of dangerous threats, I'm sure. But even then, he did a bad job. But he's probably going to move as well and go incognito and just live out the rest of his life on that bread. His name isn't even Chris? Really? Or are you just joking? Fraudulent. Yeah, he said peace. Nicest video. What's going on? I see a lot of new faces in the chat. Glad to have you guys. Thanks for at least chatting it up, whether or not you subscribe or not. But of course, love to see you guys subscribe and be in the next live stream. So if you haven't already, click subscribe. Click that button. Yeah, absolutely. I just felt the need to cover it because, like I said, I didn't find Upshod on my own. You guys actually showed me Upshod, and I'm like, oh, this guy's, he's genuine. He's doing TA. Seems kind of like my style. So when I'm not streaming, obviously I watch YouTube too. So I usually go to other people I feel like I can trust their content as well and get other people's opinions, share my opinions with them, and then, I come back live next day with more to talk about, whatever. He was one of those people I'd watch in my spare time. So to then, because of that, if I trust somebody and I think they do good content, like Coin Bureau, Upshod, some others, I'll also say, like, y'all should check out these people's videos when you're done with mine. So I was very disappointed because that's someone I've even recommended for you guys to watch. And I'm not saying that was a bad choice, but of course I'd never want to support someone like that. But there was no way to know, obviously. It's down coin now. It's no longer up coin. It's down coin. Yeah. Right. Give solid advice. Did the exact opposite. Is his name Jeff for real? Not Chris? Yeah. I really don't want to start my own crypto. I just, that's too much to trust yourself with, Especially if you can buy in cheap and be a whale. I don't, sure, I might be rich one day, but I can find other ways to get rich. There's plenty of ways to make money. Oh, man, there's a lot of comments here, guys. I thought I was near the bottom. Hang on. It just reloaded. So let me read a little faster. And then we'll get to Dogecoin. We'll do a little TA. As you can see, you might already know what I'm going to say here. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's read some more comments. Right. I agree with you, One New. I think he was one of the major whales, and that whole story was fabricated. He and the other whales, which were probably his family members, close friends, and some of the other YouTubers that obviously he warned and said to sell, they decided, we're at a really high point right now. We're 10x. Let's cash out now. We don't know what the future's going to hold. We can be good if we just sell now. And he said to all of you that think I made millions and millions off of this, you need to learn about liquidity pool and all that. He didn't say, like I said, he did not say to all of you that think I made a lot of money off of this. You know why? Because he did. He's just saying I did not make $25 million, which is the market cap of the coin off of this. But he did still make a lot of money. And he already said he had a lot of money invested, which led him to his panic decision to cut. All right. So obviously he made some serious bread because he was heavily invested. So he kind of gave away the fact that he made a lot of money. Him and his son. You think Doge is done? Why would you think that? Everyone keeps saying Doge is dead, while they also don't say the other cryptocurrencies that are trading the same way as Dogecoin are dead. That's why I don't understand. Like, if you say one is dead, the others should also be dead that are doing the same thing, right? So Ethereum's dead, Cardano's dead, Bitcoin's dead. All of them are down at the same degree. Yeah. His son, maybe. You've got the meme created? Share it with me on Twitter if you have Twitter, at 2020 Tech Reviews. That would be amazing. If not, 2020techreviews@gmail.com is my email, or, yeah, that's my business email. Right. Like One New said, it is a terrible thing to do. It kind of makes you a terrible person, and not saying that us being in the scenario would not do the same thing, but if we did, we'd also be terrible people, right? So not saying that we're above being a human, and given an opportunity at $1 million when you're up in age, maybe you wouldn't cash out and do something scammy. Who knows? Even the best of you. Right? But you'd also have to accept that you'd be a terrible person, right? How much did he make? Nobody knows. But he said he had a lot of money invested, and that's why he panicked, which means regardless, he had like 10x whatever that lot of money invested was. So he made a lot of money. He is guilty, yes. Hey, what's going on, Dr. J? Hey, Roberto, what's up? Do I think his real name's Chris? I don't know. Trevon James make a comeback. A lot of people back on YouTube. He promote BitConnect scam. Oh, yikes. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. News on Dogecoin. We're down back to near 17 cents flat, making new lows. Bitcoin's looking pretty bad. We're probably about to see another run down here. All right, that's the quick update, but I'm almost caught up on comments, and then we'll do TA, and then we'll probably wrap up because this stream's been almost 2 hours. That is brave. Yeah. Of course, Snankist. Wanted to ask because I saw some other mention it, but tried to look up yourself. Couldn't tell it. We're forming a double bottom. No. Not yet. This needs to play out some more. Longer term, no. Short term, also no. So, longer term, it looks more like it, but short term, no. No double bottom short term, but longer term, there's potential. We just have to see what happens when we get to that bottom, because it only becomes a double bottom if we hold there. and don't fall through. So we need to see what happens. It was a 97% drop. Jeez. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. People just aren't willing to trade, and that's where the greed comes in, though. To trade is a business. Like, you are self-employed. It is a business. That's what people a lot of times don't understand. They're like, man, it looks so easy to trade, and I can just like double my money every single day. I'm gonna do this. To trade is a business, and it requires an investment. First, time investment. That's what it costs first, because you're supposed to paper trade first and spend time proving that you are consistent and can be successful. Then after that long period of time, 6 months to a year of doing that and being profitable every single day, then you slowly transition into trading money, because then you have to get used to the emotions of your bank account being involved and not just the paper trade account. And then you start increasing your capital size. So during that time, you should be saving up to actually have a decent amount of capital to start trading with. Just like starting any other business, you have to have an investment. Usually you have to buy materials, you have to buy equipment. Those things usually cost hundreds to thousands of dollars. If you want to be a full-time trader, you have to have hundreds to thousands of dollars to get started. And you can really only trade successfully if you're going to be a day trader once you have $25,000 to bypass the pattern day trade rule, so you can execute more than 3 trades per 5 business days, right? So trading is not simple, but at the same time, you can find other exchanges that let you bypass PDT. And if you're good, you can turn $100 into, I made a calculator of how long it would take to turn $500 into like 50 grand. And it wasn't very long, right? Because you have to keep in mind compounding gains as you go. 10% a day ends up getting higher and higher each time you're successful. Because 10% of 500 is 50. But 10% of 550 is 55. Then 10% of that, it just keeps adding up, and then things start to double and compound. So $100 account, yeah, absolutely worthless. And even that, if you're getting started out, it's a bit low. But start with $500 or $1,000, and if you're a decent trader, it'll only take you a couple months to see 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, if you know what you're doing. People don't want to work for money, though. The whole point of YOLOing into these stocks is more of a gamble. Like, if I just take my $1,000 and I put it in 10 different cryptos and do no work, no research, not know what I'm doing, maybe one of these will 1,000x and I'll be a millionaire and can retire, right? That's the easy way out. Now, I'm not saying don't do that, but that can't be your only play. And if it's your only play, accept the fact that your grand could be just thrown in the garbage can, right? Can't be upset about it if it doesn't work out. Biggest paper hands I've ever seen in my life. Paper stronger than his hands. He's got soap bubble hands. So in summary, he knew what he was doing from the beginning. Him and his family became the wheels on his own coin and knew what they were going to do. Yep. Then pulled a rug, cashed out, took millions, sold his house and his ticket to the Caymans in his back pocket, blaming people for it. Right. On the plane with champagne glasses clinking, smiling at his son, saying, "Those suckers." He basically said, "Sorry, guys. I had to do what I felt I had to do. And just like we've always said on this channel, if you were listening, you would have known, always invest what you're willing to lose only." And basically what you guys did, you put in what you're willing to lose, and I decided to take that. So thank you guys. That's basically what he said. Yeah, I don't know where that video was originally posted. Satoshi Nakamoto? What kind of plot twist would that be? That'd be wild. Yeah, for real, he does. Right. That's another thing. If he watched Doge go from 75 to 19 cents, at this point, he's been telling everybody, what to expect and whatnot. He's been there. He said he predicted when Doge was going to crash. Why is he panicking? Tiger King coin. We're not even going to know because he went dark. Right, and that's probably why he also is deleting everything. One new. He made about 100 grand from cashing out. Wow. Well, he said he had a couple wallets too, and he sold some of the airdrop coins as well. So he might have sold more than we actually knew that he even had. Because what he said was some of the coins were spread out around a couple wallets, and that he sold a lot of the airdrop coins. So it's probably more than that, unless you guys factored that into. Yeah. Yep. Agreed, guys. Agreed. Chris Peterson? Okay. 1 cent. Hey, there's 7. What's going on? Welcome back. Okay, gotcha. You think all crypto's dead? It's fair. Yeah. No, I agree. And this is definitely going to put a little bit of a damper in the crypto community. Because now people, feel like they could trust. First, you have Matt Wallace and people starting to get annoyed that he's starting to pump garbage coins like T-King, which, to each their own on whether or not that's worth or not. And then you've got another trustworthy name in the Doge community, Upshod, who seemed like the most genuine of most rug pulling. So, yeah, this could put a damper in things. To get that post live dip sooner. Moving out of Doge. I don't think I want to interview Upshot. I am not interested. I mean, for the clout, maybe that would help the channel out, but I'm not interested. I don't like what I just saw. 100K or so based on his transaction history. Gotcha, Hector. Gotcha. Are we close to the bottom on Doge? We're getting there. I think we've got max a couple more cents. Now's definitely a good time to start considering buying in my opinion. Like I said yesterday, same thing. I'm not saying all in, but I'm saying 25, 50%. We're at 17 cents right now, guys. Don't forget where we are. Don't get greedy when you're actually in the dip and never buy. I see that happen to too many people. They're like, man, I wish I could get 25-cent dip. It gets to 25 and like, ooh, still looks weak. Get to 20 cents. Ooh, still looks weak. 17 cents. Still looks weak. Then it reverses, doesn't come back. You're like, oh, man, I wish I bought 17, right? So you do have to place orders. That is part of trading, is taking a chance, right? You will not trade effectively or perfectly. And you won't trade effectively at all if you never buy. So you got to start buying somewhere. And this was like my first buy, but this is where I think it's going to stop. The first place to stop. But I did say I'm starting to buy anywhere between 16 and in the 17 cent range. And we are there. This is my first buy zone. This is where I start putting in, scaling in. And then I wait and see how much further it's going to go down. So I put in maybe half here. I wait and see if we get to here. If we get to here, that's where I dump the other half in. If we go down to 9 cents, maybe next paycheck will come. I can put another $1,000 in or something. And so be it. Then I wait for the ride up. But don't get greedy here. This is great. Now, the only counter argument to that statement is going to be that Bitcoin is only at 31,000. Bitcoin is not even near its all-time low price, and Dogecoin's doing so bad, right? Bitcoin is only down 21.2% today, where Dogecoin's down almost 6%. So obviously, Dogecoin's taking the hit harder, and that means if Bitcoin continues to go down, there's a lot more room to go down, first of all, before it even makes new lows, and Dogecoin will probably be already down here. So there is room to say that Dogecoin might fall pretty hard here if Bitcoin really doesn't hold. At the same time, consider still buying a couple coins. Don't get too greedy. If you really think it's going to go down hard, if you have 10 grand, maybe this is time to put in $2,000 or $2,500, 25% of your portfolio, and then wait to see what happens next. 17 cents, no matter how you look at it, is a great dip. That means by the time we get to 34 cents, which is not far away, you'll have doubled your money. And then you'll double it again once we get to 50. Right? So that means you'll have tripled your money by 50 cents if you all in right now. Crazy thought. So don't get too greedy for a couple cents when we're already down here. That being said, it does still look kind of weak, so I don't expect this to be the bottom, though it could be. I don't think it will be. All of these altcoins will take off when Bitcoin does again. Yep. I know, Double Dragon. I know. Check Twitter. Okay. Nice. 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 I like that. You signed up for Twitter just to make it? That's commitment. I like that. Yeah, Upcoin could become something now that he's out and the whales are out. So, I mean, I wouldn't, especially being at the bottom, I might buy a couple. Why not? It's pretty dirt cheap. You're already at the rock bottom. What's the risk? But at this, you know, there's an opportunity. The thing is, though, he said he sold most of his coins. So if he's still holding at least a little bit, I don't want to support him making more money off of it. Upshod is a coward. I agree. Wait, Bianca, weren't you just in a... Did I just see your name in that Upshod video? In that other reaction? In a super chat? Or am I losing my mind? Maybe I'm losing my mind. Is there any point of me really checking? No.
Yeah, and it did.
Guys, I'm not crazy. All right? Don't ask me how I remembered that. Don't ask me how I remembered that. I'm not crazy, though. She was right there. I don't understand my brain sometimes. Anyway, but when I say I never forget you guys that I see in my stream, okay, there's proof. I remember everybody I see. River Fishy says, is this really the actual dip, or is it going to stay like this for a while? No, it's not going to stay like this forever. The price will reverse. We're just waiting for Bitcoin to get some better news, a good catalyst to get it to reverse. Now, short term, it probably will have a couple more days where it's selling off, maybe even kind of hard. Who knows if it still looks bearish down to here. Could see like near mid-20s on Bitcoin, but really probably a month or two max is when we'll see Bitcoin back up to where it came from. Because we're really waiting on Elon Musk to give it its blessing again. Because he denounced it basically and said running Bitcoin with all the mining off dirty energy is too polluting. It's a bad idea, and we're not even going to take it as payment anymore. That's what killed Bitcoin. He said, when you guys, though, achieve 50% clean energy mining, then we'll drop that suspension. And so I believe Bitcoin's getting pretty close by now because it's been a little while since he made that announcement. And obviously them not doing it is directly hurting their wallets as the price continues to tank. So it's in their best interest to not only to invest a little bit of money, start running off clean energy, which is going to save them money in the long run too, since their primary cost after the equipment is electricity. So if they can cut electricity costs down by switching to clean energy, then they are going to benefit themselves. Then they'll benefit the environment. And then they'll benefit themselves again when Elon Musk says, all right, we'll take you back, and the price doubles and they get their money back. So it's just a matter of time, and we should be getting close. When that happens, all other cryptos that crash because of Bitcoin will recover because of Bitcoin. All right. Let's see. I literally just sold my Doge and it hurts so bad. Man, you sold at the bottom? Oh, okay. Well, okay, if you still made profit, I understand. And I understand needing the money too. I had to take a little profit on my scalping account. You know, bills do come in. I was heavily invested. It is what it is, but we'll get that back. Imagine if he only made 100K to ruin his rep. Yeah, 100K in my opinion is not enough. It would have to be hundreds of thousands of dollars or like million plus. I can make 100K. Like, come on. A quick 100K to ruin my life? Nah. We all just have to hope Daddy Doge says something. Yeah, Doge trash. I don't agree with that. I'm almost certain we'll see below 10 cents. It could happen. Here's the thing. Because Dogecoin's doing so bad, if Bitcoin does drop below 28, we could definitely start seeing even lower teens than originally projected. Because what we see now, Dogecoin's crashing at a way faster rate than Bitcoin is. In fact, the pattern isn't even the same anymore. It's really not. So keep this in mind. This point here was when Dogecoin was at 16 cents. Do you see the similar curve pattern here? The difference is this was 16 cents Dogecoin. We're at 17 cents right now. But instead of Bitcoin being at 28,000, it's at almost 32,000. And we are almost at the same spot on Doge. Way further down than we should be. That means by the time Bitcoin does drop another $4,000, Dogecoin's probably going to be already here by the time this hits here. And if this breaks below there, then we could actually see lower teens down. And I would not disagree with 10 to 13 cents. All right. That is saying that's if Bitcoin still goes mid-20s though. If Bitcoin only goes down to this same low, does a little loop around, then we're still like in this box. So we'll have to see. But still putting some in at 17 and seeing what happens is absolutely going to be your best bet. If you average down at the 17 range, dip ends up being 10 cents. You do half here, your average is like 13 cents. I don't think anybody ever complains about that scenario. 13 and a half. Right. Yeah, I understand. S&P starting to drop plus inflation. Double Dragon. What's a grand dish? RSI. Ravencoin. I've been hearing about Ravencoin, but I'm not familiar with it quite yet. Yes, still buying the dip, Alex. Cool. All right, I caught up on comments. You'd buy at 10, you bought it at 18, 1,000 Doge. Let's say I want to average in. What would you say is a good time to do that? Not investing advice, just wondering. So if you're already in basically where we are, your next spot should be maybe if we hit 16, put a little bit more in, but then see what happens next, and then look for another buy much lower down, somewhere like under 15 cents. So next spot to buy some more would probably be 16, and then your next spot to buy some more would probably be anywhere from under 15 and down, like 14 and lower. Start your first options trade today. Nice. Yeah, that was funny. Guys, don't ask me how I knew that, okay? But I really don't understand, because I was skipping through the video anyway, and there's a random person in the stream, and I'm just like, wait, I swear I saw that photo and that name that just commented in my stream. What did she even say? Here, he's all about diamond hands for Doge, but not his own coin. Where's the support to his people that invested in this for him? That's just a funny coincidence. All right, anyway. But yeah, guys, that's it for the upcoin scenario. Not buying, in summary, not at all buying the explanation from Upshod on what happened there. Now, I understand maybe there's a scenario where he was put in a weird situation. Maybe he did see someone sell, had way too much leverage, way too much of a position size, and just didn't want to get burned. And maybe he was already getting burned from his other investments, like in Dogecoin, riding the wave all the way down, and was just like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to cash out and save my capital and lock in some actual gains, since we haven't seen them in months on the Doge side where most of his money could have been. All right? So regardless of what happened, This is not the way that you handle a situation. And especially being a grown man, probably twice my age or older, right? An example to the community, someone that people trust in. They invest in his coin because of him, trusting him as a person, wanting to support his movement, really just trying to have a good time along with him, going with that flow, to then not just take your profit because you're panicking that you're going to lose your capital, but to delete everything, make up excuses, go dark, go into hiding like you know you did something wrong, and now you need to go off the map, right? So that people can't reach you. That's where things start to really get concerning, because then it becomes more obvious that it wasn't a genuine mistake. It wasn't a panic move. And then also the lack of empathy, the lack of feeling bad, the smirks, the body language, blaming other people, playing the victim, saying it was the traders' faults for over leveraging their positions, and that, number one rule to trade, only risk what you're willing to lose, while he's cashed out. And then also, deleting his accounts and making up excuses for why he did certain things that don't make sense. Overall, not buying it. No matter how much I wanted to, nothing adds up there. And it seems like he knew the whales. The whales coordinated it was time to sell, lock in profits. And despite the people that were going to get burned, take this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make a quick 100 grand or more. And call it a day. And forget about the rest of the people. Just forget about this YouTube thing that maybe wasn't making him enough money anyway. If he had lesser views due to the Dogecoin drop, right? And take a quick 100 grand and just leave the scene. So appreciate that, Clarky. So that's my thoughts there. With Dogecoin, same thing as I said yesterday, and I do have to run, guys, but same thing as I said yesterday. Looks like the price is going to end up down here. That's just the way it's looking. It's following this pattern here anyway, where it did this whole thing, pullback, dropped, pullback, dropped. There's still plenty of room to go. Bitcoin's doing this curl thing. Doesn't look particularly strong at this moment. Looks like it wants to keep dropping, which will bring Dogecoin further down. But this is also a key level of support at 31,000. So we'll just have to watch and see. My guess, though, we're still going down some more. I will put a little bit of money in at the 17 range, but I'm still going to wait. I told you guys yesterday, 16 to 17 was my real buy-in, first target. And then where this blue box is, 13 to 14 and a half. And I guessed 0.1456 would be exactly where the price stops. Just my guess, doesn't mean anything. I wanted to do that for fun. And that little area will be where I pretty much go all in, unless things look terrible and it's obvious it's not going to stop yet. Then I'll take my finger off the button and wait till it looks like it slows down. Yeah, everything was off and awkward. Yeah, I can't believe it either. The least expected thing of the year, in my opinion, beyond anything else. So disappointed, don't know how to feel, but there's still some decent people out there. This stream is one of them. I don't foresee myself ever doing anything like that. I don't really respect the people that do. But there's also some other decent other content creators out there too. But I guess one of them just got weeded out, right? You live and you learn who are the real people you can trust. And it's not always the ones that are quiet and laid back that are the trustworthy ones. Sometimes they're the ones you got to be careful about, because you don't really know what's going on in there, right? Because they're not doing all the talking. They're doing all the thinking and scheming. But anyway, guys, yeah, family died. Yeah, I know. Sucks. I used to watch them too, so it sucks for me. But thank you guys for hanging out. By the way, I am wearing this shirt. Hold up. I don't know if you see this. Told you guys I was making a Doge Bean shirt. All right. And I did. Every single day I'm promoting Doge Beans because I like what they're doing. Got Doge Beans. Photo of the coffee. Visit dogebeans.com. Now accepting Dogecoin as payment. I'm in there. All right. And I'm going to make a Got Doge shirt soon. I'm going to have a Doge to the moon one. And I told you guys I'll have some Dogecoin apparel for y'all to grab if you really want some. Highest quality cotton shirts I could find. They're soft, girlfriend approved, so that's important. And yeah, I'll keep y'all posted on that. The shop is done. I just got to get the shirts made, and then I'll let you know. Probably tomorrow, day after, we'll have another update. But anyway, click that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a great evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Twitter.